Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers. I'm gonna keep it plain and simple. The future's here, y'all. Screw all that procrastinating. Don't even need to watch no TED Talks. You don't need to hear no motivational speaker or somebody who's obtained success or the ghost of Steve Jobs or some other person who got rich off of other people's ideas. But yeah, man. So I was at Western Union last night. I looked at a Bitcoin machine. I'm like, man, the future is right in front of our eyes. And you got Japan and other nations out here utilizing their technology, places like Japan and Germany. And believe it or not, even nations like Africa's on the come up. Got a lot of people who are innovators and a lot of ideas that's going to be presented to the world. And I'm going to make it upon myself as a melanated brother, as a so-called black man on this planet, to give my input and be a part of that conglomerate. Because I made an oath to myself and a homie back in the beginning of this decade, February 2010, that I was going to take him far as well as take myself far. And I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've had a lot of mishaps. I'm not even remotely where I want to be at in life from a financial place, but I'm glad that I've started to implement embed ideas and use social media for what it was meant to be used for, and that's for interacting with people all across the globe. This is why I'm glad that College said in his video about I believe it was about how billionaires and millionaires are going at it with each other, and was speaking about things relating to ecology and plants. Speaking of which, there's a book from a brother that I'm looking to read who has books based on alkaline and a plant-based diet that I want to read into, and I'm going to send links below too, so if anybody wants to check that out. And fuck all that, man. 2019 is right around the corner, thus a new decade is right behind 2020 visions. Like, I look at myself now and I look at myself last year, and it's like, I made a video about metamorphosis when I was talking about Kane Carter, and I'm like, man, because I believed in what I said and I acted upon it, which is interesting because one of the first videos I ever made was heavily based on what is called the laws of attraction. You see, I thought to myself, two wrongs don't make a right, but the whole thing is, you eliminate the negativities out your life to create something positive. I mean, sentimentally speaking, mathematically / factually speaking, that's just the truth. You eliminate all the BS in your life. Life really is that simple, man. You cut motherfuckers off who ain't no benefit to you, who don't look out for the best of their interests, and they're gonna be in nothing but incubus and succubus because they're that miserable and they hate themselves that much. And they don't even look to better themselves. I'm glad that I did not just get sucked in and I did not become swallowed into the belly of the beast, because that could have easily happened to me because of my own personal circumstances. Wasn't that sweet, me growing up in Chicago? I wasn't black enough for the so-called blacks, and I wasn't Caribbean enough for the so-called black Caribbeans. That was the story of my life for a very long time. So I know what it's like. And even by so-called white people, being shunned down by them as well. So, I don't want anybody feeling like they can't get far in life, or they can't have a dream, or they can't invest in the future and then figure it out later. Because, you know, nothing in life is an overnight process. I've been producing since 2012, and I didn't start to get at the level I'm at now until like the end of last year in 2017. All that stuff going on, everyday struggle, and all these quote-unquote mumble rappers starting to emerge to come out the woodworks because of these outlets to dysfunctions. You know who they are. So instead of just complaining, you eliminate it. You address it, and then once you find out it's a problem, you look for supplements, you look for cures. I found a cure, and I'm talking about these diseases of these blog sites, these social media outlets that people like to use, and they use it wrongly. People out here going on Facebook Live, making a scene. You got young black women out here showing off their children, twerking in front of their little toddlers, their infants, and being rambunctious. They have nothing positive to show them, and that's because a lot of these black men don't make good decisions, and they don't create standards for the community. Understand that women are attracted to power. No matter how they define what power is, through money, through confidence, through other resources, through knowledge/wisdom, the whole 9 yards. Because that's what I'm looking to do, man. I'm striving to be on a quest like brothers like King Solomon, or Arkad from a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Like, that's the quest and journey that I've been on, especially since the last 2 years. But yeah, the future's here, y'all. So don't sleep on it. Use your ability or lose it. Find out what you want to do in life, utilize it, dedicate your life to it, and everything else will flourish from then. And I say this for melanated, for black people especially. Look, just be the change you want to be, man, because that's what's been going on with me. I hated where my life was at, especially last year in 2016. And, you know, I was strongly dissatisfied a good portion of this year. But, you know, now that I have leads, now that I've invested in things, and now that I have something I could say that is mine, I'm gonna show and prove to the world that you can be whoever you want to be in life. And I'm not trying to say that to sound cliche. I'm not even trying to say that to be on some positive tips. I'm just saying that just from an honest place. People underestimate their abilities. People don't believe in themselves. I remember watching something on a YouTube channel called Big Think, and they said depression, that stems from a lack of success. And I believe that. People let their life go by and then they regretfully figure out and wonder what if they would have made a certain move. I ain't gonna be that person, and you guys shouldn't either. So that's my input, man. The future's here, y'all. You got people talking about cryptocurrency. I've known about cryptocurrency since 2013. You got Bitcoin machines, like I stated earlier when I saw one in Western Union. You got people like that Indian dude, I forgot his name right now, who was speaking about net neutrality, which is something that they've already had in the works since 2015. You have Japanese robots playing with your last so-called black president, even though he would be considered a so-called half-breed Obama. You got you got smart cars, you got smart watches, you got all these resources, both mechanical, cybernetic, and organic and natural, like the plants and the herbs. You don't need Dr. Sebi to tell you, you don't need the ghost of Dr. Sebi to tell you to eat healthy, and you don't need somebody who is presumably a white Jew like Norbert Weiner to tell you how valuable technology can be or be used against you. Just use it to the best of your disposal, research about it, study it, boom. Because that's what I'm looking to do. Or your ass might end up like Fallout, the civilization in Fallout. Because that's also a strong possibility. Especially with somebody who's wild, like Kim Jong-un. But, you know, that dude's like a cartoon character, man. He's like Wile E. the Coyote. But then again, people in America aren't the brightest bulb in the room. Speaking of which, you just, you know, make sure that you don't waste anything on this planet. And you appreciate those who appreciated you and showed love and concern for you, man. Because people don't do that enough. People try to project love, but really all they're doing is overcompensating. And you don't want to do that either. Just be at your best. Peace.